So, you know how we've been bouncing between all these different players in smart glasses? Meta pushing the Ray-Ban path, Samsung teasing Android XR hardware, Apple doing the classic wait and drop something polished later thing. Well, Google just did something that changes the vibe. Not a vague teaser, not a research demo. Google basically told the world, yeah, we're doing glasses again, and they're coming. And the real question is, are Google AR glasses closer than we think? The short answer is yes. The more interesting answer is, it depends on what you mean by AR glasses, because Google isn't starting with the sci-fi headset future. They're starting with the version people might actually wear. Let me make this simple, because the internet is already confusing it. Google and Samsung are working together on Android XR, but that does not mean they're dropping the same glasses. Samsung will do Samsung hardware, Samsung design, Samsung branding, Samsung, we want this to be mainstream energy. Google's plan is more like build the platform, build the AI layer, build the ecosystem, and let multiple brands ship glasses that run on it. That's why this matters, because for the first time in a long time, it looks like we're heading into the era where everyone stops hinting and actually shows their cards. Now here's the part that most people miss. Google's smart glasses strategy isn't one product. It's basically a staged rollout. 3 steps where each step makes sense for real people, not just tech demos. Step 1 is the glasses that will probably sell the most. Not because they're flashy, but because they're wearable. These are the AI-first glasses, lightweight frames, camera, mics, speakers, and the main feature is not a display, it's the brain. Gemini. So instead of full AR visuals, think hands-free help, quick answers, live context, reminders, translations, navigation prompts in audio form, capturing moments without pulling your phone out. This is the brains before flash approach, and honestly, that's smart, because AR displays are still hard. Power is hard, heat is hard, weight is hard, comfort is hard. And if your glasses are annoying to wear, nobody cares how futuristic they are. So Google's first move is make the assistant useful enough that you'll actually want it on your face. And this is where Meta kind of set the blueprint without meaning to. Meta's Ray-Ban smart glasses became the poster child for this category. Not because they're perfect, but because they're the first thing people actually wear like normal glasses. And the numbers are what made everybody wake up. Since the second generation launched in late 2023, they've sold over 2 million units. Sales reportedly tripled in the second quarter of 2025. That's not tech nerd hype, that's real momentum. And everyone saw that graph and went, okay, glasses are real now. That's why Google's timing makes sense. But Google's big advantage is also the biggest reason this could get messy. Google doesn't just want to sell one pair of glasses. Google wants Android XR to become the Windows of glasses, meaning a platform that multiple companies ship hardware for, while Google powers the software, the AI, the developer tools, and the ecosystem. And that's where step 2 comes in. After the no-display AI glasses, Google's roadmap moves to glasses that start adding a small, discrete display. Not full goggles, not big screens, more like a heads-up display. The minimum visual layer that's actually useful. Think navigation arrows, translations, quick notifications, little bits of info that you want in your view without pulling out a phone. This is the real AR starts here phase, because the truth is, most people don't need full holograms floating in their living room. They need simple utility, and the moment you give people navigation in their view, or translation while traveling, or quick, who is that, what cars, what is this context, that's when glasses start feeling inevitable. Now step 3 is the bigger swing. This is where Google heads toward the full XR future. Binocular displays, both eyes, depth, more immersive visuals. But Google isn't pretending this is next month. This is more like the 2027 territory, the we're building toward it phase. And that's why Google's approach is interesting, because instead of trying to drop the final form first, they're doing the staircase. AI first glasses people can wear daily, then small display glasses that add real value, then the deeper immersive stuff when hardware is ready. And that staged approach matters because it avoids the biggest mistake in XR, which is shipping a product that's technically cool but socially unusable. Now let's talk about what made this announcement feel more real than past Google Glasses moments. 2 words: partners and fashion. Google is working with eyewear brands and partners to make frames people would actually want to wear. Not developer goggles, but real glasses. This is not the old Google Glass problem where the tech came first and the social side came last. This time, it's like Google is saying, we learned, we're not doing that again. And if you want the best proof that this is moving fast, look at the timeline. Google says the first glasses are coming next year. That's not a rumor timeline. That's a public roadmap. So now the real question becomes, what does this mean for you? If you're watching this because you want to buy something right now, here's the honest take. If you want smart glasses today, the category leader is still Meta's Ray-Bans. They're not perfect, but they're the most mainstream option right now. But they have one big limitation that a lot of people don't talk about enough: the ecosystem. A lot of the experience is tied into Meta's world, Meta's apps, Meta's social layer, to Meta's AI approach. Like, for some people that's fine. For others, it's a deal breaker. Google's opportunity is obvious. Google can plug glasses into the thing people already live in: Android, Google Maps, Google Translate, Google Photos, Gmail, Calendar, and Gemini as the layer across all of it. If Google executes, the usefulness ceiling is higher. But the risk is also real, because when multiple companies ship hardware on one platform, the experience can get fragmented. Different cameras, different mics, different battery life, different frame designs, different pricing, different availability by region. And if the first wave is messy, people will label smart glasses as not ready again. So this is the moment. Next year is shaping up to be the everyone shows their cards era. Meta is pushing forward with displays. Google is building the AI first foundation and slowly adding visuals. Samsung is coming in with Android XR hardware power. Apple is probably waiting to drop something that feels polished and expensive. And somewhere in the middle of all that, smart glasses finally become normal. Not because they're magical, because they're useful. So are Google AR glasses closer than we think? If you mean full AR hologram future, we're still a few steps away. But if you mean glasses that actually help you every day, hands-free AI, real translations, navigation, quick context, and lightweight frames you'll wear in public, yeah, they're closer than most people realize. And if you want, I can cover the biggest thing nobody is talking about yet: what Google's glasses need to get right to avoid the same mistakes that killed earlier smart glasses generations: privacy perception, battery comfort, and what happens when the camera is always there. If you want that breakdown, drop a comment saying part 2 and tell me what phone you use, Android or iPhone, because that changes how valuable Google's approach will be for you. Alright, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one.